Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran, your English teacher. Are you hearing me? Please reply so that I can see. Okay, very good of you. You are here. You are listening me very easily. Okay, I have seen you can hear me. So please stop writing anything. Do concentrate on the lecture. I will start my lecture within a moment. But before starting my lecture, I want to tell you some things that you have seen on the Google Classroom that we have uploaded SM Public Academy portal and a form, and you have to fill this form as soon as possible so that you will have no problem in joining or uh, the Google Classroom and your online classes, so that your IDs will be set there. And one more thing, that on Google Classroom, if you are not with your own ID, you will have to change your ID as soon as possible so that there will be no problem in marking your attendance. Okay, and students, please turn off your cameras. I'm going to start my lecture today. It is also of English literature. You know that we have done half part of lesson number 1, that is Bad Tom, in my previous lecture. Hope you have understood the story very well. Now I'm going to start next lecture about same lesson, Bad Tom. This is English literature. Lesson number 1, we are doing Bad Tom. The half part we have already done it. Now the remaining part we are doing in lecture number 3. But first of all, I'm going to give you a brief review of page number 1 to 4 so that you will recall the things happened there. Now, Tom was a mischievous boy. I have already told you that he was a very, very naughty boy, but very sharp and active. He lived with his Aunt Polly along with his brother Sid and his sister Mary. If you remember, his parents had died, so he lived with his Aunt Polly. He liked to play tricks on the people. He wanted to disturb the people, and he enjoyed a lot in disturbing them. He played a trick on Aunt Polly, which made her angry. If you remember, he was eating jam from the cupboard, and Aunt Polly scolded him, and because of that, she wanted to beat him as well. So he played a trick on Aunt Polly and ran away from there. Aunt Polly became very angry for both the reasons, and because of that, she decided to punish Tom on Saturday, which was a holiday. And Saturday, you know that it was a holiday, so all the boys have to enjoy on that day, but Tom wasn't punished. Tom met a well dressed boy on the street. On the same day, he met a boy who was very much well dressed. Tom did not like him because of his neat clothes, as he wore dirty clothes. Because Tom was hated that boy and he was jealous of that boy because of his neat clothes. Tom did not wear neat clothes, he always wore dirty clothes. Tom and the boy stared at each other and they started fighting with each other. Both of them gave threat to beat the other. They have given threat, they were doing the fighting, and both of them were in the dirt. Now I'm going to continue the next pages of this lesson. This is page number 5, hard work. On Saturday morning, Tom appeared outside his house. He was carrying a bucket of paint and a brush with a long handle. He looked at the fence and took a deep breath. The fence was 30 yards long and 9 feet high. His punishment was to paint it. Listen to me very carefully from where I am reading, and listen my pronunciation as well so that you will get the knowledge about the pronunciation of the words. And one more thing, I have underlined some words here on each page so that you will find their meanings and note down in the rough notebook so that when you will read the lesson again and again, you will find the meanings from there. Now, what happened on Saturday morning? You know that he was in punish on Saturday morning. So I will discuss about the homework and the other things at the end. Okay. So please don't disturb. And at this moment, I will give you in the last that you will have time to ask me any questions. Okay. Now, Tom was having the bucket with the paint and he was having a brush with the long handle so that he would paint the fence. When he went outside, he saw that the fence was very large. So he became very worried. How could it possible for him to paint the fence? Now the fence was 30 yards long and 9 feet high. Now his punishment was to paint it. It was a lot. It seemed to him that there was no joy in the world. He sighed as he dipped his brush in the paint and passed it along the top coat. What happened? He was thinking that there was no enjoyment and excitement in the world. He was in punishment. His holiday was uh, lost in the punishment. So he was very much upset. But he started painting. He did it again and then stood back. He looked at the tiny piece he had painted and then at the rest of the fence still to be done. It was too much. Now he realized that the fences were too large and he did the painting step by step, but he realized that it was too large. So this is lecture number 3. Yes, it is lecture number 3. And please, when you are here on time, then you will be having no problem. Many of you are late and because of that you will have the problems. Now I'm reading from here. Just then Jim came running out of the house carrying a bucket. Jim was a small boy. He worked for Aunt Polly. He was going to the town well to get water. Rema, if you want to ask anything, please write here in the chat so that I will see. Okay. Now, Jim was a small boy who was actually working for Aunt Polly. He came outside and he was having a bucket. Actually, he was going to the town well to collect the water. Tom had always hated that job, but now it seemed to him the best job in the world. There were always boys and girls at the well waiting for their turn. Tom remembered that it always took him an hour or more to go and get the water. What happened? Tom did not like that job, that means to collect water from the town well. But at this moment, he wanted to do that in place of Jim, so in so that Jim could paint some fence for him. So he called Jim. Jim, I'll go and get the water if you will paint some fence for me. Jim shook his head. Can't do that, Tom. Your aunt would beat me if she found out. Now, Tom wanted to enjoy some moment with other children on the well. Because of that, he called Jim and he said to him that he would collect water from the well and if he would paint some fence for him. But Jim said he could not do it because Aunt Polly would beat him if she found out. She wouldn't beat you, Jim. She never beats anybody. She talks an awful lot, but talk doesn't hurt. I'll give you a marble if you'll do it. Now, Tom said that Aunt Polly would not beat him because she did not beat anybody. She talked awful things, but she did not hurt anybody. Tom also offered a marble to Jim if he would do some paint for him. Tom showed him the little ball of colored glass. Jim began to look interested. It's a white one, Jim. Now, when Jim saw the colored glass, Tom said it is a white one, and now Jim became interested. White marbles were hard to get. Actually, the white marbles were very precious, and because of that, Jim wanted to take the marble and agreed to do some paint for Jim, for Tom. Jim put down his bucket and took the marble. But in another minute, the scene changed. Jim was running down the road where I'll continue, but before that, I will give you a brief review of page number 5. On Saturday morning, Tom had to paint the fence as a punishment. You know that Aunt Polly had given him a punishment to paint the fence on Saturday. The fence was very much large. The fence was 30 yards long and 9 feet high. He took a bucket of paint and a brush. Brush was having a very long handle. He was very much disturbed and thought that there was no joy in the world. He started painting, but he realized it was too much. Jim, a small boy who worked for Aunt Polly, was running out of the house carrying a bucket. He was going to the town well to get water. Actually, Jim was going to the well to collect the water for the home. Tom hated that job for collecting the water, but at that time it seemed easier to him. He thought that he would get the water from the well and he would enjoy with the other persons, other boys and girls there. And during that time, Jim would paint some fence for him. He offered Jim that he would get the water if Jim would paint some fence for him. Jim rejected his offer and told him that Aunt Polly would be angry. Tom offered him a white marble. Jim took the marble. Now, what happened next? It is page number 6. I have told you in the last that Jim had started running. So he took his bucket and a sore bottom. Tom was painting very hard and Aunt Polly was going back into the house with a slipper in her hand. What happened? When Tom and Jim were talking to each other and they were exchanging the white marble, suddenly Aunt Polly came outside and she saw that what was happening. So she took her slipper and bet Jim. So Jim ran away with the bucket to collect the water and Tom continued his painting. Tom's new interest in painting did not last for long. He began to think of the fun he had planned for this day and he felt worse than ever. Now, what happened? Tom had decided some plans for excitement or for the fun he would do on Saturday. But when he was in punish and he was doing the painting, he was thinking about all those plans and he felt worse. He felt very worried and disturbed. Soon the other boys would come along and they would laugh at him for having to work. They thought of that burnt him like fire. What happened? The other boys who were free on Saturday, they were moving here and there. So some of the boys came along and saw Tom doing the painting. So they laughed at him because he was doing the work on Saturday. This thought now made him angry. Now Tom became angry because he was in punish and other boys were enjoying. Suddenly, he had a wonderful idea. He took up his brush and started to work. Now, you can see that I have already told you that Tom was a very sharp minded person. So, he had got a wonderful idea at the moment and he got the idea so that some people could help him to paint the fence. The Ben Rogers came along the road eating an apple. He stopped to watch. What happened? A boy, Ben Rogers, came along the road and he was eating an apple. He stopped to watch the painting. Tom went on painting. He paid no attention to Ben. He stood back to look at his work as an artist might look at a beautiful painting. Then he painted the top of the next board and stood back to look at it again. What happened? Tom saw Rogers, but he paid no attention. And he continued his painting. He did some painting and stopped to look at his work and then continued his painting. He was behaving like an expert artist. Ben came and stood beside him. Tom's mouth watered for the apple, but he kept on working. What happened? Ben came nearer and Tom was watching the apple He wanted to take the apple, but he showed that he was working and took no notice. Hello, said Ben at last. Have you got to work? You are here to doing the work? Ben was asking him. Oh, it's you, Ben. I didn't see you there, replied Tom. Now, Tom was behaving like he didn't know anything. He said, Ben, I didn't see you. Ben said, I'm going swimming. Don't you wish you could? But of course, you would rather work, wouldn't you? Now, Ben was asking him that he was going to swimming. So, whether Tom was interested or not, but he was saying to himself that no, you were not able to go for swimming because you are doing the work. Tom said, work? What do you call the work? Is it that work? Now, Ben said, the painting is not the work. Tom said, Tom continued his painting and answered carelessly, well, perhaps it is, and perhaps it isn't. All I know is it is all right for Tom Sawyer. Now, Tom Sawyer did not want to tell anybody that he was actually in punish. He was showing that he was very much interested in painting, and because of that, it's work for you, but it's not for me. So, it is a right thing for me. Now, you can see in the picture that Tom was painting the fans with a long handled brush. It was the big bucket here with the paint, and Ben Rogers was talking to him, or you can say might be he was Jim who was talking to him. Now I come to the brief review of page number 6. Aunt Polly saw them, that means Tom and Jim, and begged Jim. Jim ran to collect water and Tom started painting again. Tom was thinking of the fun he planned for that day. He was thinking that he had made some plans for Saturday, but he felt worse as the other boys who came along laughed at him. He was very upset because of the punish, as well as he felt worse when he saw that the other boys who came nearer, they laughed at him. Suddenly, he got an idea. He continued painting as an artist did with full attention. Now, he wanted to show the boys who were coming along that he was very much interested in painting and he was enjoying a lot in doing the painting. So, when Ben Rogers, another boy, came along, he was eating an apple. Tom continued his painting. Ben became very much interested and he saw Tom doing the painting. Ben told Tom that he was going swimming. Tom took no notice and showed that he enjoyed painting so much. Now I come to page number 7. Now Ben, Roger and Tom was talking to each other. They were talking to each other. You don't mean to say you like doing it? The brush continued to move. Like it? Well, I don't see why I should like it. Does the boy get a chance to paint a fence every day? Ben stopped eating his apple. Tom moved his brush along the fence. He stepped back and added a bit more paint here and there. Ben was watching every move. He was getting more and more interested. Then he said, Tom, let me paint a little. What happened? Ben was asking Tom whether he was enjoying this or he'd like to do the paint. Tom said, yes, I like that because boys did not get a chance to paint the fence every day. And it was a very interesting work. Ben was listening him very carefully. He stopped eating his apple. Now Tom painted here and there, moved his brush here and there, and watched at his paint. So Ben Rogers became more and more interested, and at last he offered Tom to allow him to paint a little part of the fence. Now help us. Tom looked as if he was about to say yes, then changed his mind. Tom wanted to say yes at once, but suddenly he changed his mind and he said, no, Ben. I don't think I should. You see, Aunt Polly is very hard to please. This fence is at the front of the house, you see. If it was the back fence, I wouldn't mind. But this one has got to be done very carefully. I don't suppose there's one boy in 1,000, maybe 2,000 that can do this the way it's got to be done. Now, Tom wanted to show Ben that it was a very hard work and he was doing it uh, with a lot of interest. So he said, no, Ben. He would not allow Ben to do some painting because Aunt Polly was very hard to please, and this that fence was at the front of the house. But and because of that, it would be very difficult to paint it very neatly. So he would not allow Ben. He also said that if it was at the back of the house, then he would allow him, because the painting in a very neat way had to be done very carefully, and it could be done by only one boy in 1,000 or 2,000. Now Ben was surprised. He said, is that right? Oh, come now, let me just try, only just a little. I would let you if you were me. Now again, Ben was surprised, but he said, please give me a little chance. Okay, I would paint just a little bit, and after that, you would take that. Ben, I would like to. Really, I would. But if you were to paint this fence and anything went wrong with it, Aunt Polly would be so angry. Now, Tom said, Ben, that I wanted to give you to paint some fans. But if anything went wrong with it, Aunt Polly would be angry because she did not like to paint the fans untidily. Okay, so he also gave some fake examples to him. Jim wanted to do it and she would not let him. Sid wanted to do it and she would not let Sid either. She actually wanted to give some examples to Van so that he would have more interest in painting. Now he said that Jim and Sid also wanted to do the painting, but Aunt Polly would not allow them because they would not do the good painting. She only allowed me. Oh, come on, I will be careful. Now just let me try and I'll give you some of my apple. Now what happened? Tom, who wanted that apple, Ben offered him some apple and he said he would do some painting and he would be very careful in doing the painting. Tom again said no because he wanted the whole apple. He did not want some part of it. So he said, no, but Aunt Polly, Ben. Then at last Ben offered, I will give you all of the apple. When Ben offered the whole apple, Tom agreed. Tom gave up the brush, and while Ben worked in the sun, Tom sat in the shade eating the apple. Please don't disturb, don't make lines. I have noted your name. Please don't do that. Now, Tom started eating the apple and sat in the shade, and Ben worked for him in the sun. Now, this is a quick review of page number 7. Ben was watching Tom continuously and was getting interest in painting. He wanted to do some painting. He asked Tom to let him paint, but he refused. You know that he wanted the apple, and because of that, he refused him again and again in the beginning. Tom said that it had to be done very carefully to please Aunt Polly, so that Aunt Polly would be happy. Tom told him that if anything went wrong, Aunt Polly would be angry. Ben said that he would be very careful and offered the apple to Tom. Tom, who actually wanted the apple, gave him the brush. At last, when Ben was giving him the whole apple, then Tom allowed him to paint the fence. Tom sat in the shade and started eating the apple, while Ben started painting the fence in the sun. Now I'm coming to the page number 8. Hope you are understanding the story and enjoying the story. Now he planned how he could trick the other boys into doing his work for him. That was the idea or the trick He was applying with the people, he was playing with the boys so that the boys could do the painting for him and his load of work might be lessened. Boys came along the road every little while. They came to laugh but stayed to paint. What happened? One by one, other boys came along the road. First of all, they stopped to see the painting and they laughed at Tom. But when Tom was playing tricks to them and showed that the painting was very much interesting thing, they stayed there to paint some fans for him. By the time Ben was tired out, Tom had Ben was gone, so Tom had given the next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite. Tom was collecting different things from different boys, and in return, he allowed them to paint some fans for him. So he gave the next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite, and when he was tired, Johnny Miller took his place in exchange for a very interesting dead rat. Johnny Miller, who was a third boy, he gave a dead rat to Tom, and then Tom allowed him to paint some fans for him. So it went on. Continuously, boys came along and did some paint for Tom, and Tom took the things and collected the things from them. So it went on hour after hour. And when the middle of the afternoon came, Tom had a pile of good things. What happened till the afternoon ends? What happened? Tom had collected a lot of things from his friends and other boys, and the painting had been completed. Now, Tom had collected, he had, beside the things I have mentioned, 12 marbles. He had collected 12 marbles, a piece of blue bottle glass to look through, a key that wouldn't unlock anything, a piece of chalk, the glass top of a wine bottle, a toy soldier made of metal. Please don't disturb the class. Two fish in a jam jar, a kitten with only one eye, a dog collar, but no dog. Don't make the lines here, please. The handle of a knife and an old piece of rope. He had had a nice lazy time all the while, with plenty of people to talk to, and the fans had 3 coats of paint on it. What happened? During all that time, the other boys painted the fans for Tom, and he had collected the things from the boys. And his time was nicely over. And he had enjoyed to talk to different people at that time during the punishment time. And the fans has had completed the 3 coats of paint on it. If there had been enough paint, he would have taken things from everybody in the village. Now he had collected a lot of things, but if the painting was left, he would collect more things as well. Now Tom went to find Aunt Polly. She was sitting in the back room. Now, when the painting was completed, then Tom went to find Aunt Polly. She was in the back room. Tom asked, "May I go out and play now, Aunt?" "What? Already? How much have you done?" Now, Aunt Polly, who knew that he wasn't punished, she was asking, "How much have you completed?" "It's all done, Aunt." Tom said, "Everything done." "Tom, don't lie to me. I don't like it." Aunt Polly did not trust on him, and she said not to lie to her. "I'm not lying, Aunt. It's all done." He said he was not lying. Okay. Aunt Polly did not believe him. So she went out to see. When she found the whole fence painted, she was very surprised. Now when Aunt Polly went and saw the fence, she was surprised. And she said, "So you can work when you feel like it, Tom." She said, "Now you can go and play." She said that, "Tom, it means you can work. You are able to do any work. If you like it, then Now you are allowed to go and play. Now this is the brief description of page number 8. Tom planned a trick to trick the other boys to paint for him. Other boys came along the road to laugh but stayed to paint. Tom created a lot of interest in painting in front of the other boys. Tom gave next chance to Billy Fisher for a kite, and then another turn to Johnny Miller for a dead rat. It went on, and Tom collected many things from the boys. He had marbles, chalk, toy soldier, fish, kitten, knife, and rope. There were many things he had collected to allow the boys to paint for him. The fence was painted for him by the boys. He just did in the beginning. The whole fence was painted by the boys till the afternoon. Then Tom went to Aunt Polly to take permission to play. Aunt Polly was very surprised to see that the work had done, so she allowed him to go and play. Now, the lesson number 1 has been completed. Okay, now I want to give you some time to ask me questions. Okay, you can write in the chat room so that I will see, and then I will reply you. Ask me if you want to ask anything. I will give you literature homework today. Be careful in doing the homework. That means literature homework in literature copies and language homework in language copies. Okay. Do you have any question? Do you like that story, or have you understood everything? If you have not understood anything, ask me. I will give, this is lecture 3. I will give you literature homework today, but remember that the submission dates, that is 10th and 11th July will be of language homework collection, not the literature homework. So please don't get worried. I will give you a lot of time for literature homework as well. Okay. One more thing which I want to discuss you again, because many of you have joined me late today. Please be there on time, at least 10 minutes before start of the class. And we have uploaded as Assam Public Academy portal form on the Google Classroom. Please, it is on the WhatsApp group as well. So please fill this form as soon as possible and submit, so that there will be no problem in your IDs, and we will check your IDs properly. We will another thing, we have uploaded on the Google Classroom the irrelevant IDs list. So please change them and come with your own IDs, with your own real names. Do not come with your parents or siblings IDs. Please turn off your cameras, please. Ajwa, Saad, Iman. If you are not coming with your own IDs, then there will be a problem in marking your attendance and in identifying you. So please be careful about that. Change your IDs. I have given the first warning yesterday. Go through the Google Classroom and see the list. Literature homework submission date is not 10th July. 10th July and 11th July is the submission date for language homework only. So don't get worried. Okay. And one more thing, you have to do the work very neatly, make the index very carefully. I will give you the index pattern as well. Follow that pattern. And one more thing, do the questions with black pointer or black fountain pen, and do the answers with blue fountain pen. Do the work very neatly and correctly. Okay, try to understand everything. If you have not understood anything in the home assignment, please ask me. And read the lesson many times, find out the words meanings, and read the lesson 2 or 3 times so that you will understand more. In the next class I will start the new lesson, so read lesson number 2 as well, so that when I will explain, you will understand more. Anything which you want to ask me now. One more thing, you have to write your roll number properly on your copies in the with black marker. Okay, so that it will be very much clear there. Are you enjoying the story? Please reply me. Are you understanding well? If you have not understood anything, please ask me here. Read the lesson very carefully, lesson number 1, and start lesson number 2 as well. You will have to make the title page of parts of speech, but yes, you have to make the title page of parts of speech. When you are starting any topic, make a title page. Okay, and you can make the title page with black pointer, please. Don't use any marker in English copies, literature as well as language. Whenever you start a new lesson in literature or new topic in language, then you will have to make the title page. Remember this thing, title page is a must, but make it very neatly with the black pointer. Time is going to be over. If you have to ask anything, only 1 minute is left, please ask me. Okay, and remember to fill the form as soon as possible and submit it. You can do it today. Okay, and change your ID in the Google Classroom if you are there with the irrelevant ID, please. Now I'm going to end my lecture here. We will continue literature lecture in the next class. That means we'll start words, sentences, you do, and words meaning, do them with the blue pen. Words meaning and word sentences. Now I am going to end my lecture here because almost the time is over. Allah.